right now. Don't let that Sandman get in your dream.
No, you want the Sandman, don't you?
The Sandman makes you sleep.
Not the Sandman I know.
No, it's a scary Sandman?
Yeah, he's got what's coming for him.
Okay.
So much so you had to stand up and sit back down.
Yeah, because he was riding me up my...
Hi guys, welcome to Table Talk. This is a show where we talk about topics that you submit via Twitter, #Table Talk, or on reddit.com/r/SourceFed. I'm Trish Hirschberger.
I'm Matt Lieberman.
And I'm William Haynes.
Now, Will, check out that shirt you're wearing. Did you know you were wearing a shirt?
It's got
He had no idea he was wearing a shirt at all.
I forgot that I was wearing a shirt. It has,
oh, it's the baby.
There's a Spider-Man on it.
And
Deadpool.
Yeah.
You know they have a history of trolling in the comic
Look, and
books.
he's spraying
anti-spider killer.
Insect repellent.
That will hurt anyone, Deadpool.
Yeah. Now, you can get that shirt.
Like, they say that's for bugs, but it's really, if you spray that in a human's face, they'd probably die.
Probably died.
Yeah.
You get that shirt or any of these lovely posters
not
on
Jeremy.
forhumanpeoples.com. Forhumanpeoples.com, where you go for all the shirts and posters and phone cases
Trisha, that
and
one
good
has
things.
you on it.
Yeah.
Trisha, that one has you on it.
It does, and that one has Joe and Steve
Why
on
don't
it.
I own this poster in my home?
I
is the
don't know.
question.
It's an amazing.
Can I have it for free? Can I have it for free?
And then
no.
this amazing
okay.
poster has everybody
Yeah,
on it.
look how
including
mischievous.
Valcor.
Yeah, look how mischievous Will and I look in this poster.
You
We
do.
both have cocked eyebrows.
You guys
We
are
do.
up to no good.
Look how cute Raina is. Oh shoot! All right, I'm gonna stop now.
This
okay.
is what happens when you touch
hey,
Raina.
Don't poke
I pushed
Raina.
her too far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't be the last time.
All right. Oh boy.
All right.
Colby Givens at WTF Freud on the Twitter opens it up with something intense.
Freud?
Yeah. How do you channel the negative energy in your lives?
Well, obviously you want to F your
Oh.
mother and kill your father.
No.
Get it? Because he said his name is
That-
Freud.
yeah.
And
It's
a
an Oedipal complex,
Okay,
which
yes,
is a
yes.
Freudian concept.
That was a nice.
I'm
It's so funny.
smart.
No, you're funny.
That was
I
good.
learned that in high school and a little more in
Did
college.
you read? Did you read Oedipus Rex?
Oh yes, well sort of, not all of it, because I was like,
Okay.
I have all that whole story. Just
That's
give me
pretty
the
good.
spark
Give me
notes.
the
You know
good,
what I'm saying?
give me
well.
the
Spark
good
notes,
shit.
so I can
Well.
finish it. But I got
okay.
it enough to quote it in the future. This is the first time I've
Did
used
to
my
make a
education.
reference.
Yeah.
Hey, using your
What was the
education.
question again?
The question was, how do you channel the negative energy in
The
your life?
negative
Oh.
energy in your lives.
Yeah.
I think I have an actual answer for that. But I kind of talked about it last time in my last table talk with you. It's
Okay.
like, I don't do negative. Did you hit it?
It's good. No, it was,
close.
I
You
got
quit
I got the tripod. I got the tripod.
Yeah.
I don't do
So
negative
close.
energy. Like when I'm beginning, like
You just refuse to let
yes,
it bother
yeah.
you.
Like something
do it.
happened to me, like someday this week, and I was like, oh, I don't like that. But then I was like, I need to let go of that because like if anything that you can't change, you need to let go of.
Yeah.
Anything that's happened in the past that is like, oh,
Ugh.
I did this bad thing and I
Yeah.
looked like an idiot. You let it go.
But
because
how
it's
do you
just-
let
friggin'
go of it?
hard,
It's so
yeah.
hard.
I think it's something you have to get through with. I think once I realized that nothing in life matters to me, I was able to just let everything go.
Do you
because
shake the willies out?
I just,
like,
I
what's
just,
your...
I just, and I just let
Like,
it all go.
breathe.
Because like, you can, just people die all the time, and people you love don't treat you the way you want them to treat you. Once you realize that these are things that happen in life to everyone, you're not
Yeah.
special, you're not entitled.
Well, it's just like other
Let it
people.
go.
Like things could be worse.
Things could be worse. There are
Yeah.
kids in Africa who only have one sandwich in their whole life.
So you shouldn't be mad
And it's a
about
shit
your...
sandwich.
Oh, my sandwich didn't come out right. They gave me rye instead of wheat.
Oh, hell no.
Oh,
hell
I asked
no.
for coleslaw, they gave me sauerkraut.
They gave me kale slaw instead of coleslaw.
Oh, terrible. You don't want kale slaw.
Man, they gave me whipped cream instead of the regular drink I wanted. Scoop bucks.
Scoop bucks.
It's scoop bucks.
Hey,
You know, you
scoop bucks.
just detach and realize that. I think a lot of people have these pieces of entitlement inside of them that they hold on to, that I deserve this. Once you realize
Yeah.
you don't deserve anything more than anyone, it's easy
true.
to
Yeah,
let
the
go.
only thing that ever really bugs me is, like you said, relationships. Like when people that you care about don't treat you the same way in return. Like that's the only thing that still gets to me. I get really good about like, shaking out the other stuff and letting go of stress and that kind of stuff. But when it's like relationships, I wish. And I don't necessarily just mean romantic relationships.
Right.
I'm like, actually, more often it's like friendship stuff. But like that kind of stuff, like I find myself like doing the like in-car monologue while I'm driving. Like I'm having a conversation with them to try to like get it out, or like journaling to try to get it out. And then you take a step back and you're like, I am letting this affect my life way too much.
Yeah. For me, it's like, what it comes down to is you got to ask yourself, why are you really mad? Why are you really mad? What is it about what just happened to you or what that other person is doing or what you did to yourself? What specifically is making you upset? And like, usually that takes a lot of the venom out of it because it's like, oh, no, it's not that person. It's because they made me think about this thing about myself that I really didn't want to think about or that I've been avoiding or something like that, you know? And then honestly, what I've been doing lately, and like I haven't really been posting them, is like I'll just, if I'm upset, I make a video. I just sit down and I talk until I sort my way through it. Or if I can't do that, I'll sing. Or I will just start doing.
I'm just picturing Matt at home, like angry singing karaoke.
I'm so fancy.
Yeah.
You already know.
I'm in the fast lane. Yeah, or like just do something busy, but like more than anything, rooting through your feelings and finding the root of why you have that negative energy is the easiest way to pop that balloon and let it all out. Because then you realize it's not that big.
I think if you have like like for some people, like for me, I know like doing something creative is really good. Like luckily I have my channel, my personal channel that I make videos on. Like I remember, I didn't realize it, but like there was like a month period, like February this year, I made a lot of really angry videos where I like was smashing stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
You were Gallagher style, just going at it.
I didn't realize until Darren was like, what happened to you? And I was like, oh, I'm sad about something. Yeah. And I was like, oh, like luckily if you have somewhere to distract yourself or somewhere to put that negative energy into, then like, you know, you'll feel better.
It's helpful. Another thing, and maybe it sounds like a little lame, but it's true, is like sometimes when you're just trying to find true north, like you're in just like a depressed funk and you don't like yourself, it's just like literally going through and thinking about and saying all the things that you actually do like about yourself. And that sounds like super new agey and lame, but it's like sometimes you need a fucking reminder.
Yeah.
You know?
And you can be that reminder for yourself.
I would never remind you. I'd let you do it yourself like you like it. That's right.
That's how he says thank you in his world.
Say my liege. Do that.
My liege.
Thank you.
Oh no, this is not
Say my
okay.
liege.
This is not an okay to interact.
I like that you will do whatever I ask you to, and I too will say whatever you want me to say.
Okay, ready guys? Quoth the Raven on Reddit says, how would your childhood be different if your siblings were the opposite sex of what they are?
Whoa. Oh, man.
Yeah, right? If I had a little brother instead of a little sister?
God, I would hate my little sister if she was a boy. And it's not even her fault, but just like because she's like a perfectionist. Like my brother and I, neither of us got like super good grades in school, and we like goofed off. And she got perfect straight A's. She's like going into business.
Sounds like I'd like this girl.
Well, that's what I'm saying. As a girl, she's great, and I respect her. As a guy, I feel like she'd be a tool. Like, no, it just changes your personality. She'd be wearing friggin' Oxford shirts and ties all the time and make me feel bad about myself. She'd be just like my dad, and I don't know if I can handle that, you know?
My sister was always a very tomboyish, so like my sister is the son my parents always wanted. Like it wouldn't be any different. Like, but maybe like since she was a boy, we probably would have roughhoused the whole bunch more. Yeah. And I probably would have like been like, oh, I need to be a stronger male, and that would have changed me. Yeah. And I wouldn't be me. So then again, maybe that would. Oh yeah. Different.
What would that be like? Because my brother and I are only 14 months apart.
Oh wow.
He's older than me. So if he was a girl, how would our like growing up have been like?
Well, that's the question. Is like, how would your childhood have been different?
Well, think about that. How is your child gonna affect your child?
Well, yeah. Well,
I think I might be more rough and tumble if my little sister was a little brother, because like my sister and I roughed house a little bit, like as much as girls do, which is so just like pushing away and being like, stay away. But you know, like boys fight, man.
She's your little sister, right?
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 5 years younger than me.
She hot?
She's taken.
Oh.
Sorry, Will.
How long?
Is she hot?
She's cute.
All right.
She cute. I see. I can't be like, yeah, she's smoking, because she looks just like me. So that'd be.
She looks just like you.
Okay.
She looks just like me, except for with a nose ring.
With a nose ring.
With a nose ring.
She's
really?
a cutie. She's a cutie. But yeah, I mean, if she was, I think when we were kids, we probably would have fought a lot.
Yeah.
If she was a little boy. Because I know boys are rough, and we were a lot nicer.
Not me, though. I wasn't a rough little boy, obviously.
No,
I was
you
like,
weren't. I can't see you being like that, Will.
Yeah, you were
not our little Will.
Were you polite, Will?
Yeah.
Were you precocious?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Did you just?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Will, don't do an orange job. It's not the orange job.
No, it's
Whoa.
a tangerine job.
Tangerine job?
What is that? Wait, is
No, I
this something
thought it
you
was
guys
an
talked
orange.
about before?
Citrus job?
It was
That looked like the worst.
You weren't there.
You
that
weren't
day.
there.
Oh
my
man.
God!
Ah,
It's the most.
The hardest I ever
It's
laughed in my life.
It's the most disgusting thing.
pomegranate job.
No,
that would
it's
hurt.
not pomegranate. It was. I swear it was an orange.
Okay, so I've picked up that it's a bad job.
Oh, it's a bad.
It's a bad job.
Okay.
Oh man.
No, it's this video of this woman, and Steve showed it to us.
Of course they did.
No. That's not how it happened.
How did it happen? Steve showed it to me.
I don't know.
Steve shows the worst videos
He
in
does
the
though.
office.
He does though. Steve and I were like joking about like I don't know. It must have been like I don't know what a rim job is or whatever. And then Lee was like, "Have you ever heard of a pomegranate job?
It's an orange
An
job.
orange job."
Of course, Lee's the one.
And she's like, "Google it," and then it's this
Grapefruit job.
grapefruit job. It's a
Grapefruit
grapefruit job.
Yeah,
And then
that's
I was
what it
like,
is.
"All right, I'll Google it." And it's this video of this woman. She's like, "All right, ladies, it's me, whatever her name is,
Yeah.
Sashane." And she's like, "So, what your man you want to do? You want to blindfold him up, all right? And you get your grapefruit, and he don't know what it is. He don't know. He can't smell nothing. He can't see nothing. All he thinks is like it's like you got some Victoria's Secret on. And then so now what you do is you cut the grapefruit in the size your man's junk." And then you go on it, and then she's like, let me demonstrate for you. She gets like a dildo.
huge black
huge
dildo.
dildo. And then, so you expect her to go,
So it's like a fake.
but
No.
she gets it and she goes, and that was the most I've ever laughed in my entire life.
It's the most
My entire
horrifying
life.
sound.
It's- yeah.
She's just up and down with the freaking grapefruit, and I'm just like, the citric
Yes.
acid must be so painful.
And then they change angles of her still going. It's like
Wait, so
both
it's
of
like
our
a
voices together.
multi-cam shoot?
yeah, she set up multiple cameras.
Yeah, to her to go.
Oh my god!
It takes both of us
that's-
to do what
Yeah.
she did with
She did
her
with
mouth.
one mouth.
Wait, so it was actually her mouth, not the grapefruit?
No, it was her mouth.
No, she could do it by herself.
No,
she could sit around.
She had the grapefruit, but it was like the mouth and then grapefruit.
Oh!
It was like,
I thought she was like.
no, she was like
faking
drinking
it.
the
No.
grapefruit.
I thought
She
she was
put it
like,
around.
She
I'm
was
just gonna phone this
juicing-
one in, honey.
No, she was juicing the grapefruit around his dingle.
But also
yeah.
doing
would
the
have to
job
burn.
Yeah.
part.
Oh yeah. Also doing
I
the
thought
job.
I thought she was being lazy
no.
on the job part.
No.
Just using the grapefruit.
No, it disappeared down her.
I think it was so funny because I cried laughing for the first time in my life. This is like 2 weeks ago, maybe a month ago.
it was like a month ago.
missed it.
Yeah.
I don't because like I just imagine somebody doing that in real life. Like you meet the most beautiful woman, and like I'm like, oh my goodness, Ariana Grande, it's so glad to be here with you.
Yeah.
And then
She's like,
Yeah.
here.
and I'm like,
Let me put on this
I'm like,
blindfold.
I'm like, oh, you don't have to do this. I'm not really that. I'm not. And then she's.
Little do you know, Will, that's the greatest feeling. That whatever
Yeah.
she's doing is probably the
It's probably
greatest
good,
thing.
but I would laugh so hard. I'd be like, "Oh no!" I like you gotta go because that was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I gotta go to sleep.
See, when you guys were describing it at first, I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds so funny. I have to Google it, but I don't think
You
I
don't
can
need
Google
to see it.
I
Yeah.
don't think I'm gonna Google that.
Oh,
Let us
boy.
know down in the
Make a
comments
topic,
below
maybe.
if you watched it and
If
what
you've
you
seen that
thought.
video. I think it was on the front page of Reddit. Apparently, I heard recently.
Oh, all right.
That's
well
not how
then
Lee
it's
found it,
too
though.
late.
That's no.
No.
Adam Shore says, "Think I just ended a friendship by asking her to see a movie with me. Any instances of miscommunication, confusion with friends?"
Ooh.
That's so awkward. Okay, let me just say, miscommunication on the is this or is this not a date thing,
Oh,
from a
yes.
lady perspective, is always the weirdest because traditionally, if a dude asks you to go somewhere, just the two of you,
Yeah.
it's natural to think it might be a date. But if you assume it's a date and it was just a friendly thing, then you seem like you're egotistical or you were making assumptions. Or if you assume it's a date and like you're into the guy,
May I
and
ask
you
you a
like nuzzle on
question,
up when that's
Trisha?
not appropriate.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Well, can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
If a man invites you to lunch, do you think that's a date?
It could be.
Lunch is a date?
It could be. Well, if it's like a getting
That's
to
a
know
second
you
date
better
type of
lunch,
thing.
if it's a
I
getting
heard.
to know you better
I
lunch,
don't
probably a date.
Oh, shit.
know. Oops.
Yeah.
Today I did a thing.
Yeah, no.
Lehman did a thing
See,
today.
No.
did you ask a lady to lunch?
Yeah, I asked someone to lunch.
Okay, you don't have to go into too much detail.
Just
now she knows.
No, so
explain to her what you meant for it to be.
No, my girlfriend and I broke up a few months ago, and I don't know. I've been dating a little bit. No, it was just like it's somebody that I know, and like
you're getting adjusted to single life.
Yeah. Well, I asked her out to lunch because she was someone that I always wanted to know, and I have like a weird thing, and maybe this is like a little backwards, but like when I'm dating someone, it's hard for me to like get to know other women. I feel weird about it because on some level, I've sexualized it just a little bit. Or I've thought about it, and that makes me feel weird.
That's another huge whole can of worms to open up. Is is it okay? Yeah, like most people say it's okay to have friends of the opposite sex, but is it okay to start a new friendship with someone of the opposite sex?
Especially if you know that you two have chemistry, you have juice.
That's the
like
question.
Even if you're both in relationships.
Juice. Say juice.
Yeah, that's it's a term I use, and maybe it's gross.
Like chemistry?
Yeah. The
like,
juice.
No, you say, oh no, girlfriend, no, she just has juice for me. Like,
wait, what was the question? I feel like we haven't answered
you
it.
two together have some juice.
We had
stories. How he means
stories
that.
of
miscommunication. But what I was gonna say is, like, I've had a lot of times where I didn't know. Like, I've been out with women, and I just want them to know that at any point they could have made it a thing. Mm-hmm. They could have made it a day. I'm like, the whole time I'm there, just like, when do I bring out this grapefruit? Like, I don't know.
The end.
No, for now on, I'm carrying a grapefruit.
There you go, pal. It's a big. You're not gonna be able to hide a grapefruit.
I mean, they're gonna be like, "What's that in there?" I heard the grapefruit bandit. Will. I mean,
see, the worst part is my brain is going to. How would a grapefruit job work on a woman?
Well, you cut it out in the.
Let us answer this question. I mean, likely. Right, you'd cut like a wedge of grapefruit, and you'd position it over.
You skin the grapefruit, and you cut out. You know how like you have a bar of soap and you can whittle it down. You whittle it into the shape of a tongue. You whittle the grapefruit down into the shape of a tongue.
Oh.
But you leave some of the texture on top of the pulp, you could say.
No, but you're absolutely right. If you use a wedge to stimulate the clitoris while you're using your fingers.
Okay, that was very detailed.
That was graphic.
No, but think about it.
Incredibly detailed. Okay,
because it's
can I just say, sugary things near the no-no zone?
Exactly.
Oh, it's UTI Central.
Amongst other things.
Well,
yeast infection
yeast
central.
Infection? I don't want a yeast infection.
You just don't put fruit in
Don't
a
put
lady's...
fruit in a lady.
What if it's
Don't put fruit in a lady.
Don't put fruit in a lady.
Rule 1, don't put fruit.
Rule number 1, Lieberism rule number 1, don't put fruit in a lady. I was in high school once.
Yeah. That's part of the rule?
That's a part of high school.
When I was in high school, and even in college, I had a lot of female friends, and I didn't know how to ask anyone out.
Smash?
No. Because I was.
You want to smash?
I wanted to.
Can you still gonna try to smash now since
But
Facebook
did you
messages?
have the problem where you asked to lunch and they didn't think it was a date, but you meant it to be a date?
I never specified, and then I never made a move because I was still waiting to gauge to see how they felt.
Well, then you think let's just be upfront and like double check and be like, hey, is this a date?
Yeah.
Well,
but then if you ask, is this a date? Then the other person's like, do you want it?
I think another question. I think the part of the question is like they worry that they lost a friend. Have we ever lost a friend because of that? Yeah. I mean, it just. But here's the thing, right? I mean, if you're upfront with your feelings and they're uncomfortable and you've done nothing wrong, it's not your problem. It's not, you did nothing wrong.
Yeah, you shouldn't lose a friend over that.
If they're being weird, if they don't want to spend time with you because they're concerned about something that's like crazy, because like, I don't know. If you ask someone out and they say no and you're okay with it, like legitimately okay, then be their friend. If they don't want to be your friend because they're worried you'll never be okay with it, that's their problem.
Yeah, totally.
Don't freak out over it, and like, it sucks. But the good news is that there's like how many billion people in the world?
How many of them speak the same language of you?
I
How many of them were your parents like? There's about 12 chicks or dudes that you can get with in the whole world.
I meant friends.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a friend that we asked each other out on multiple occasions and said no because we were just at different times in our lives and stuff like that. But still, I mean, good friends. Like the fact that one of us said no at each time wasn't like, well, then I can't hang out with you anymore. It was just like, hey, would you like to go out like as a date? And the other person be like, honestly, I don't feel like dating right now. I don't want to be in a relationship right now. And then, you know, years down the line, the exact reverse situation happening, or, you know, someone being in a relationship or whatever. But it's never made it weird or lost a friendship. So I agree with Matt. It's completely, if one person chooses to shut it down because of that, that's that person dealing with something.
When I like girls now, I always tell them, like, immediately. Because, like, you know, people are always, I mean, that might be a bad idea.
Just tell them.
Because people are always
I
like.
mean, Raina knows.
What are you talking about? Oh, but, like, you know, your friends will always be like, don't tell that person you like them because it's too soon, it's too direct. Why am I giving relationship advice when I don't have one? So I'm just gonna pull that back.
No, you're making a good
very
point.
wise things,
I'm just saying when I like somebody, I like to tell them you like them because life is too long to be like.
Life is too short.
Oh, I want Susie's so hot. I wanna give her a great.
Well, I think that's because you're a confident guy.
Thank you.
If you're not a confident guy, then you're scared to tell somebody.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you can put your loafer up on a table, shoot,
and smoke
man.
a fake cigarette.
I want to do cigar, but this looks cooler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's this? Is that what he's doing?
Yeah. This is a cigarette.
Oh,
This is a marijuana.
This is marijuana. You gotta
this
go
is
like
how
this.
you hold a cigarette?
If I was to be a smoker, I would do it like this. It kind of hurts to do. You're not.
Yeah,
doing
no,
it.
because you're not.
Oh.
You're basically
There you
at that point. You're like pinching it down here, so
Yeah.
you're gonna be on
Oh,
fire.
weird.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get myself to quit. So every time I smoke like
Why
this.
am I smoking like?
No, stop.
Actually, you know what? I went to lunch with a friend a while ago.
And you smashed?
No, but I wasn't sure. We had known each other for a while, and I wasn't sure whether or not, like, we always just were just kind of like naturally flirty. Like, it's just like who we were.
So there was some juice there.
There was some juice.
Ooh.
So
The fun
I just
juice or the juice
Well,
juice?
no.
Hey.
Oh.
So we had this lunch. We had a good time. It was just kind of basic. And then before we left, I was just sort of like, "Hey, so okay, I need to just kind of put this out in the open."
He did it.
What is this? Because I feel like
Specify the juice.
Yeah, specify the juice. Because I feel like we're flirty and we like each other. I don't know. Is this a thing? She's like, "No."
Oh.
And I was like,
pobrecito.
okay. And no, and she's like, look at the men I date. Do they look like you?
She sounds like a little bit of a biatch.
You know what you say?
No. It's not like a negative thing, but like she just always dated like men that were like 10 years older.
You know
than
what
her.
you say to someone says
So,
something like you like that?
It's just what?
You say, you right? And you move on.
That's how Will deals with
Yeah,
this
you right.
problem.
We still hang out. It's not a thing.
You smashed?
I got defensive
No, we're
of
okay.
my
We're
Maddie
safe.
Lieberman.
We're all
I got
safe
upset
and happy
there.
and fine.
I wish you could have been there because it would have been really funny to me.
But honesty's always the best.
It would have been.
Don't
You would've
hide
laughed.
stuff.
No, you would have laughed.
Don't be
your butt off.
convoluted.
No, it was funny. Yeah, just be direct.
Just be direct.
And be polite.
Be direct or
and
get
be
erect.
honest.
Or get a what?
Is that all the questions we had?
Yeah. Folks.
Yes, that's all that's in the bowl, guys. There's nothing left, so I guess we have to stop now. No one hit the camera.
No.
Well, everybody in the comments down below, let us know what type of juice you have for your best friend's baby sis. And I'm William Haynes.
I'm Trish Hirschberg.
I'm Matt Lieberman.
What kind of juice you have for your best friend's baby sis? Actually, I know people that married their friends' baby sisters.
Really?
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool if your
Wait.
friend's okay with it.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys a very honest question?
Yeah.
When you meet a friend's sibling and they're single, or at least when you were single, do you automatically just on some level be like, yes?
Yes, it makes them way hotter.
It's so
for me.
weird.
Wait,
It's so weird. When I meet a friend's sister, for whatever reason, there's an immediate calculation because because it's someone that I know that I can't have because they are my friend's sister.
Oh, so you like them more.
So I'm more attracted.
No, I'm trying to stick it to Darren Gerdner. I'm trying to give it.
What?
I'm just trying to have
Will
a
didn't
way to-
understand the question.
Thank you guys for watching.